Happy holidays. Getting ready for the final preps of a holiday hike. Doing a little tea, which I never do for this one. And also got leftovers from the Christmas dinner. Bean, cranberry, onion, ham, onion, mustardy, mashed potatoes, and a dessert. Let's get this sorted, get the show on the road. Hello, hello, we're back at the McDougall Rim hiking trail. You park at the base right there. You have the options of going straight up or a slightly gentler route, kind of up and along a path that way that skirts around the niche wine company that I've mentioned a few times in the past as a guide to where you're going. That's the sort of more intense option, straight up. Or something I've not done before is you go straight up this road and see where that gets you. I did do this route midsummer, but the circumstances were not ideal, so haven't been back since. While hiking here very recently, I bumped into a woman way up on the trail who owns, I guess, one of the vineyards down here or something, and she was saying that the road option here is back to a more pleasant experience. And if we look up here, we've got homes nearby. No boombox, please. So they don't want you cranking music when you're back here. There is a crazy amount of garbage at that spot where everyone parks. And OCD that I am considering having a little fire when we get back, depending on what time that is, and cleaning up some of the garbage in that spot because it's atrocious. As I'll show you in a second, the road is an issue here. Hope you're having a good holidays, by the way. Christmas, New Year's season 2024 now. Okay, see, my eye is seeing a pattern with those rocks there. Anyway, we're not gonna. Oh, there is a spot that at some point we'll explore back here that has very, very, very symmetrical rock and stone formations. But the point I was trying to get to here is the road back here is very, very difficult. Just as I say that comes up on a post as you're on your way through. I don't know that even an SUV could get through here in the winter months. So unless you're on a dirt bike or some kind of dune buggy or something, I don't think getting back here when there's any snow at all would really be an option. Which I guess makes it more appealing in some ways because it's got a legitimate remote thing to it. And there are steps there that lead down to this water source we're hearing. Again with the extremely slanted trees. Loving these trees. And there's a hike option down there. I kind of want to keep going a little further. Just kind of see what there might be to see. Bit of a visual, almost immediate, of this stream down here. That looks like some kind of hydro hut or something. Something governmental, but anyway, they maintain a track to get down there. And it goes up to the tundra. Let's pick up the pace here. You can see from this tree, a little further along, how it's hollow. And that is, I'm assuming, what would have been an ancient cedar, old growth cedar. They can't as effectively date these trees because of the fact that they grow hollow like that. But based on the size of that, hundreds and hundreds of years old before. I assume the last forest fire took that one out. Speaking of ancient cedars, just up the highway from Whistler, British Columbia, there is a hiking option just off the highway there, and it's called the Ancient Cedars Hike if you want to look for it. I did it a couple of times. Those trees, they estimate to be 1,000 years old. And as inconceivable as that is, they do think that there's a small stand of them that have been there for 1,000 years. And there is an incredible energy effect when you're back amongst the ancient cedars at that spot. It's probably the only time where I've been in an old growth, completely undisturbed old growth environment like that. And there were people around each time I went, but everyone kind of settles when you get there. Even it seems like the dogs, if the people are with their canine on these hikes, the dogs seem to kind of chill a little bit. And I could swear that I felt some kind of woo-woo energetic benefit from the environment and being backed by those impossibly large ancient cedars, probably for a couple of days. It felt like I was just feeling a little bit better from that environment. So you wonder if 1,000-year-old trees are emanating so positively, apparently, compared to whatever we're doing now. You kind of wonder what we need to get back to foster that again, if there's any truth to any of it. It's chillier than I anticipated today, but not an issue yet. Some kind of a built up wooden thing by the stream here. A lot of this really, really comfortable cleared off spots as you just a couple hundred meters up this road as you come in from the area where you park. And speaking of positive energy, just as I say that, I see that big old thing right beside me. Let's keep going. This is a holiday season video at time of recording, as they say. I'm not sure exactly when I'll post it or how many days content I'll include in it, so it's not a specifically Happy New Year or a Merry Christmas video. It's kind of a combination of them. And it's starting to snow just a little bit, so I don't know that I'm going to be here too much longer, or I don't know that I'll carry on too much longer. This isn't really exertion per se. It's not. It's you're on a walk at this phase of things. So a little ways in, and this is on Google Maps as well. The road splits off You have the option of up or you carry on just a little bit up here. Not too much further though, because the snow was not part of my plan. I don't make resolutions per se. I don't know that I ever stuck to a resolution that I made and declared. Last year at this time, I remember exactly what I did and what I was up to and where I shot the holiday video last year. It was a good day. There are a few personal things that I do during the holidays. I've lived abroad for a fair number of Christmases and New Year's, so was away from things often. But I will get one of these boxes of mixed chocolate things, because life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. I did that this year. I still have about half of them left. I get hard candy, multicolored, multi-striped hard candy. I get a little bit of that. That harkens back to a childhood thing. That was a staple during the holidays when I was a little one. Stuff my mouth and face with hard candies. And I drink milk when I have the hard candies at Christmas. It's about the only time of the year where I actually drink milk. I'll put cream in hot beverages, but I don't actually drink milk ever, really. But I will with these hard candies, because that was the childhood ritual. So that's the oh, I see. This is there's people doing target practice here. So without wiping out on the ice, you've got all these shells. Turn this around, I'll give you a better sense of what I'm on about. So the lads come in with their shotguns, and that's a 3-on-3 right there. And they do target practice back here. Whoa! Oh yeah, twice. I almost pitch it. I see all the shells, and then this is where they fire the rounds off. Nice spot for it. Carry on a little more. As you can see, the walking surface conditions are no longer ideal. You're basically walking on ice back here, and it's kind of an intense balance exercise, which I'm not really feeling. I may have a little fire back here somewhere, just a little thing to warm up and have. It's a nice size one, eh? Ooh, it's a big one. Title of your sex tape. I may have. Here's another one of this guy. Yeah. Yeah, I may have a little fire back here. I don't know. I think what might make a little bit more sense is to have a fire back by where the car is parked, and then maybe burn off some of that garbage that is accumulated in that area, and it's really getting on my nerves at the parking spot. So you can enjoy a fire and appease the OCD. Here we have another one of these hollow cedars, burnt out, you assume, in the last fire that came through. And that looks like an interesting little spot to explore in there. We may do that in a second, and then I think we're going to get going, get away from the snow. Back to the New Year circumstances. Don't really make resolutions, make declarations of intent, if you will. Last year it was to pursue the culinary. I didn't really get after that too much, but I have started it. I'm putting effort into that more so than I may have in the recent past. And I am on and off preparing meals that I haven't before, or in ways that I haven't before. So that is coming around. Part of these intention declarations, if you will. For me, yeah, I'm gonna turn around. You're walking on us. As I'll show you in a sec. Is you don't want, or I don't want when I do these things, to bring in any kind of negativity to the circumstance. So it's not a scenario where you're saying that from this day forward I will do this or not do that or whatever to any great degree, because if you don't, or if you slip a little bit on them, or you're late or whatever, then it becomes a really negative thing. So yeah, I don't really do that at this time of year, like I know many people do. I intend to maintain the culinary, intend to do more of my abstract painting work, artistic painting work. No pace, time frame, agenda whatsoever with it, just more often. I'm finding it a great creative that way. And there is one slight, if you will, condition that I've sort of placed on myself. My apartment hygiene has not been maintained to an acceptable degree. It's very clear to me now that I'm seeing the world through clearer eyes in some ways. I have imposed upon myself the resolution declaration that I want this little place that I'm currently living in, I want the place OCD spotless before midnight New Year's Eve. So it's not a New Year's resolution per se. It's something that I hope to do before New Year's comes along, because it certainly needs some love. So not exactly big picture stuff. There are some other things that I won't burden you with, because I don't want to bring any negativity at all into, especially this video, but any of the content really. It's not about that, right? So I'm going to improve my circumstances in ways that they very much need improvement without this is a nice spot, without detailing that with you. I'm going to turn around and show you what I get the benefit of looking at. Fortunate guy that I am today. This is, I would assume, that circular pattern there used to capture fish. Some cute graffiti on that rock over there. Stream goes through it, a river runs through it. And I have turned around to go back towards the car. By the way, I just wanted to come up in here and have a look at what might be on offer up through here. Okay. That's a unique placement for a part of that carcass. It's not very old either. So, back to the vehicle. So on this first incursion on this road, coming back here, we got to the point where it branches off to the other Forest Service Road. As you can see straight ahead, it's not ideal for walking on. I may at some point even invest in a pair of those clamp things you can wear, because this is a concentrated effort the whole way through here. It's not ideal right now anyway. But if there was more snow, you know, snowshoes would certainly do the job. Or some form of clamps that you could put on your feet. I've never done anything like that. I'm sure I've snowshoed at some point, but never with the spike clamp things that you can wear. Never have I ever. But definitely be back here and go way back. If you check this place out on Google Maps, these roads go many kilometers back. I was speaking with the woman yesterday that I mentioned, and she's gone hours and hours and hours, and it loops around a lake, Harvey Lake, I want to say. I may not have that name exactly right. There is some commentary online about the fact that Harvey Lake is apparently private property. According to this woman, it's not, and it's mostly sort of dried up now, so it's this small sort of water source in the area. It's not even a lake anymore. And according to her, the private property debate online is all for naught, because it isn't declared private by anyone. This is from a long-term resident to this immediate area, so you're good to go if you feel like going back there, was the sense I got.